Hi there. Welcome to the Healthy Church Staff Podcast. My name is Todd Rhoades, one of the co-founders over at chemistrystaffing.com. And today we're going to talk about something that I don't even like to think about, but unfortunately, it happens. It happens. You read it in the headlines. You've heard about it at churches, and it's just a horrible thing when it happens. But we're talking about churches that are can be targets for theft and for fraud. And I was reading a story out of, I believe it was the Detroit News, just recently, that 5 individuals were arrested for stealing over $25,000 from churches in the Metro Detroit area. And how did they do it? They were pretty tricky with it. Everything from stealing checks from offering plates to creating fake debit cards. They engaged in wire fraud. I mean, it's sobering. It's just a sobering reminder that we need to be vigilant about protecting our church's finances. So today I want to talk about just 6 really quick things that you can do, some safeguards that you can put into place about protecting your church's finances so that these kind of things don't happen. Okay, 6 things. Okay, I'm going to rattle through these very quickly. First of all, and this almost shouldn't have to be said, but strengthen your internal controls. Implement those checks and balances in your financial processes. Have multiple people involved in counting offerings and reconciling bank accounts and authorizing expenditures. And those people should not all be the same people. You should have different people counting, different people reconciling, different people authorizing expenditures. But that's all part of just having some really strong internal controls. So that's the first thing. Second thing is just secure your physical space. Limit access to areas where offerings are collected and stored and counted. Maybe even consider installing security cameras and alarms in those places. So secure your physical space. Third, educate your staff and your volunteers. Make sure that everybody's aware of the potential for fraud and the importance of reporting any suspicious activities. So this goes not just, and when we're talking about staff and volunteers, this goes not just with collecting offerings and counting offerings and make sure that's secure and that all that stuff gets to the bank on time and is all reconciled, but it also includes financial safeguards with your staff and your volunteers, those that are administering your budgets. You need to make sure you have controls there and educate your staff on how to do that, okay, so that there's not loose accounting practices there that maybe allow staff or volunteers to do something that maybe they shouldn't be doing, okay? So that's number 3. Number 4, if you haven't already done so, go digital. Encourage online giving and electronic fund transfers. This is one of the unforeseen kind of advantages of going digital. It can reduce the actual handling of cash and checks, and it really does make it harder, at least for internal thieves, to operate inside your church because it's done electronically and digitally. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, conduct regular audits. There's just a huge church that was in the news just in the past couple of days, in the past week. $100 million budget. They said they were given 15 to 20%, I believe, to their missions. But they had, I guess, a whistleblower came out and said, no, they didn't do that. They didn't do that at all. And they never conducted audits. And the church is saying, no, we did conduct audits. I don't know what the truth is there, but if you don't conduct regular audits, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable to attack. You're vulnerable to people questioning where the money goes. And honestly, if you don't do a regular audit, at least every couple years, I don't know that you have confidence that everything is good. And an external audit will bring anything to light that somebody that doesn't have a dog in your church's finances can come and say, here are some areas that you need to improve in, or here are some areas that you're vulnerable. It's very important. And it also, external audits will provide confidence both for you internally on your staff and your leadership and your elder board, your board of administration or whatever, but also with your congregation. So conduct regular audits. And then 6th, beware of too good to be true scams and offers. Scammers often target churches with promises of money or miraculous investments. I know you think you wouldn't be open to this, but man, I've seen so many churches fall for this. It sounds almost too good to be true, and if it does, it probably is. So here's the bottom line for today. Protecting your church's finances, it's absolutely crucial to maintain trust and ensuring that your resources are used to further your mission at your church, both locally and globally. So take steps today. That's the bottom line. That's the action step. Take steps today to strengthen your security measures and to prevent fraud. Here's maybe a step that you can take. If you feel like you are vulnerable in this area, like maybe those 6 things that I went through, maybe you need to work on 2 or 3 of these. If you set the agenda for your next board meeting or your elder meeting, put that on the agenda right now. Just whip out your agenda, pop it on there so that you can start this conversation. If you'd like to have me be a part of that conversation with your church, I'd be happy to. Just reach out to me at podcast@chemistrystaffing.com. But this is important. This is important. And if there's a breach, it's too late to put these controls into play. You lose credibility, you lose trust, you probably lose money and credibility. So now is the time, if you feel like your church is grown a little lax in some of your financial controls and security, now is the time. Put that on the agenda and start that conversation. It's really that important. Okay, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful to you. Any feedback or anything from me, I'd love to hear it. Reach me at podcast@chemistrystaffing.com. Thanks. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope you'll join us.